What up, dogs? What is going on with my stream? With my team? Yeah, my stream. Yeah, what's up? I got to get so mean. Bean. Have you seen? What up, y'all? It's gym time. Let's head to the gym and we're gonna clean. I need it badly. My place looks like a fucking pigsty. Sup? Who is that? I can't see who the name is because like on my little there's like this little hamburger menu. It's Agent. Yes, what's up? I'm about to go to the gym, but I want to stop in. What's up, Agent? How you doing, bro? What are you working today? I'm gonna be working chest, mainly, and then I'm back to doing cardio, which I'm super fucking happy about. Oh, you do legs? I don't do legs. You know, I've got a specific meta for legs. I don't have to do legs. You're like, huh? But your legs? Huh? Your legs are probably skinny. Bro. My legs are absolutely shredded. Look. We're not getting gay maxed in here, but like, I've got like separation in my like quads just by holding my leg out and shit. I can't have chicken legs though. I gotta grind. Yeah, for sure. Oh damn. Yeah, exactly, bro. Oh damn. Look, like I'm trying to here. Actually, let me do this. I've done this before. Let me get better lighting here. Hold on. Here. So like, the lighting isn't that great, but I've got a split down my quads. My quads are split. My calves are split. Here. You can see, I don't know if you can get under there, but there's a split in my calves. Yeah, so, but I'll teach you my meta. I don't do legs. I don't do legs, dude. I promise. I haven't done legs in like, I don't know, 6-8 months at least. So here's what I do, okay? And what a lot of people don't understand is that hypertrophy can come in many different forms, right? Lifting. I lift for my chest, my arms, my back, and my abs. But for legs are one of those like weird things. So like, you're a straight male, right? Like you're a straight guy. And so legs don't really, they're more for yourself, okay? Or they're more for like an athletic achievement. So like if you were a basketball player and you were jumping a lot, I would be like, yeah, bro, like legs are probably good because you need to have some strength in your legs, right? Or if you're swimming, lifting on legs is great because when you're kicking, it's going to help you in your sport. But if you're just like looking for hypertrophy and staying healthy, I got my legs to where they were not by lifting, but by doing cardio. And my cardio is an incline walk. So imagine this. I've got to do cardio 4 to 5 times a week anyways, right? Oh, yeah, I do basketball and I'm bullied for soccer. Oh, yeah, so 100p, you need to do some fucking legs, Brody. For anyone who's not doing an athletic sport like he is in terms of like having to jump, which both of those sports involve jumping, so I would totally recommend having some sort of strength training for your legs. If you're just trying to get like hypertrophy and not having to have like chicken legs, what I do is an incline walk for cardio. So in my mind, I view it like this. If I'm gonna be doing a 20% incline plus, which is where I sit, 20 to 25% incline, and I'm gonna be going 20 to 40 minutes, that amount of time at that amount of incline is essentially, man, even Stairmaster can get your legs going. Exactly. That type of activity, 20 to 40 minutes, 4 to 5 days a week, is essentially doing 1 to 2 leg workouts per week. When you really add up the hypertrophy amount in the legs and in the calves, you get to a place where it's like, well, fuck, if I'm going to be doing cardio, and it's going to be very leg heavy, either incline walk or Stairmaster, like Agent is saying, you really don't need to add in a very big weightlifting session for your legs, unless, of course, you're doing, like basketball or something, or you've got some sort of sport where your legs need to be strong. Because, dog, I mean, when was the last time that a birdie came up to you and was like, wow, I saw you from across the room, and man, I just could not get my eyes off of your calves. They're just so hot. I just couldn't get my eyes off of your quads. Those hamstrings are just to die for. Like, ladies don't care about legs, like, on guys, unless they are completely out of whack. Like, unless you have, like, this crazy upper body and you have zero leg mass, then you're going to be looked at funny, right? But, like, those types of tropes about, like, the big muscle guy with a big chest and no legs, those typically come from, again, steroid users, right? Because, like, if you're a steroid user and you have super physiological responses to hypertrophy and you're just working your upper body, of course you're going to have, like, a mismatched body because, like, your body's only responding to what's hypertrophied. But for normal natty people like me and most other people, right, it's like the meta is, my gym bros here, I gotta go, but I got a good rest of the stream. Absolutely, Brody. Go get it. Go get that fucking work in, baby. But yeah, I mean, like, when you really get to thinking about it, it's like, if you're natural and you have, like, some sort of way to work your legs, that's, I think, the goal, at least for men who don't have a need to have strength in your legs necessarily. It's always good to have strength in your legs and, like, all parts of your body, right? But, like, if you're sitting there going, like, oh my God, I need to do, like, oh my God, my quads aren't big enough, I need to, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, girls don't fucking care about your fucking quads, dog. Like, they don't care about your quads, they don't care about your calves, right? You know what they're looking at? They're really looking at your level of leanness. Are you lean? And do you have muscle mass, and are you lean? That's what they care about, really, if you're looking for aesthetics, yeah? And you don't need to do a leg breaking, an ankle breaking, leg workout to achieve a semblance of, like, nice looking legs. You really don't. I do, like I said, incline work on the Stairmaster, and that, has given me the legs that I have, which are by agents, and that wasn't even in good lighting. You know what I mean? So, but by agents' authority, which is very, very high, he's saying that the legs are on point. And I haven't done legs. I have not done a leg lifting workout in a very, very long time. So, yeah, boys, like, that's what I mean. There's many different ways to skin a cat. There's many different ways to get to the quote-unquote promised land, so to speak. You don't necessarily need to be doing back-breaking, leg workouts in order to achieve a level of, muscularity to your legs, to make your legs look good. You do not need to do that. If you like doing leg workouts, if you enjoy the process of doing squats and RDLs and lunges and other types of leg-coded activities, by all means, please do it. If you're the type of person that, enjoys having a big butt, do your squats, do your RDLs. I don't care. You know what I mean? That's the facts of it, is that, like, you don't necessarily need to be doing legs unless you have, like agent, a real need to do them. And it sounds like, from all accounts, agent would be very, very, or would benefit greatly from doing legs. And the reason why is because agent is doing soccer and he's playing basketball. If you're playing soccer and you're playing basketball, both of those sports, both of them, are extremely leg coated. Like, you need to have strong legs to play those sports at any type of competitive capacity. I mean, if you don't have strong legs and you're playing basketball, guess what you're not probably doing? You're probably not making shots. You're probably not you're probably not able to successfully, in soccer, kick the ball hard enough to, actually get it by the goalie. And I think he even mentioned that he's a goalie. So, like, if you are a goalie with no legs, how do you plan to dive for a ball that is going to score? If you have weak legs, you're not jumping very far. You're not laying out very well. You're not blocking a shot. These are the things that, like I said, I think that it's contextual as to whether or not you need to have a big, leg bro workout day. I don't really like leg workouts, and that's why I don't do them. Is because, I don't really have a need. I don't really have a sport that I'm competitive with that I would need, leg work. My fitness is mostly about health and just general athleticism, right? I want to be generally athletic to where if I'm, out with the boys and, we are wanting to play a pickup game or something that I can keep up, right? Or if I want to run around or, whatever, that I have the ability to actually be competitive. I'm more interested in being competitive as opposed to, being elite in any type of sport. So, I don't do legs. I place my leg work on the incline walking that I'm doing, and I kill two birds with one stone. To me, that seems more doable. It's more doable for me. So, homie agent is based and coded, and we all know this, obviously. He's going to the gym, just like your boy. Stopped in to say hello. We love that shit. And, yeah, man, he's out here just living his life just like us. So, yeah, I'll be doing a chest workout today, guys. And on chest day, how I'm breaking it out is last week I started back doing cardio. As you guys know, I destroyed my foot jumping off of my deck like an idiot. And the reason I jumped off my deck was because my car was about to get towed by the police. And long story short, I didn't put on shoes. I got excited, jumped off my deck, and ended up hurting myself badly. Hurting my foot really bad. So I was barely able to walk for about a month. So I had to cut cardio out of my workouts. So for about the last month, I've been doing 4 sets on each lift and not doing cardio. Okay. Now, and then I've been, trying to keep my diet in check. Now, when I started the stream, I was about, I don't know, probably 5-10 pounds less than I am now. And I will attribute that to the cardio loss. But I started back up cardio this last week. I'm doing half of what I usually do. Normally I would do 40 minutes, 23 and a half incline, 3.3 speed. Because of my foot, which as of today really does feel like about 90%. I was doing this last week 20 minutes of 20 incline, 3 speed. Okay, so I was getting back into it. So I think today what I'll be doing is obviously my chest workout. I'm going to go to 30 minutes. Okay, we're going to try what 30 feels like. We're going to bump up the incline, and we're going to keep the speed the same. Okay, so we're going to stay at 3. We're going to bump up to, say, 21 incline. And I think we're going to go for 30 minutes this time. And we're going to try to bump that cardio up. And then we will do our chest workout. We might do 4 sets on the first 2 workouts, see where our time ends up. And then if time, basically I only want to work out for about an hour. I don't really want to go over an hour because I work 4 to 5 days, 4 to 5 times a week. And that takes a toll on your body. You really don't need a ton of work, You really don't need a ton of fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't need a ton of hypertrophy, like an overwhelming amount, right? Like, you really don't. You need enough that the body responds. But cardio, in my opinion, is the kicker. That's the one that's going to give you the body that you're looking for. If you have amazing cardio, you will get lean. You will get ripped. That is for sure. And I bet you if we asked Agent, which we won't, but if we asked Agent to show us what his physique looks like, his physique would be very lean. And I know this for fact. And you may be asking, Jay, how could you possibly know this? Well, because think about it, guys. He goes to the gym, okay? He's going to the gym. He's also playing soccer and basketball. Boys, those are both very, very cardio-coded sports, Like, homeboy is really out here running a lot, Like, yeah, I mean, he's truly out here running like crazy. And so you have to assume that he's got his cardio going. I mean, his cardio is going, So Agent probably has a pretty good physique. I mean, let's be real. He probably does. And why? Because he's doing a lot of cardio. A lot of cardio, a lot of fucking cardio, get abs. But, that's the idea, is you don't have to go crazy to get certain body parts hypertrophied. It's not necessary for you to do a big ass leg workout like Agent. Because Agent, he has a need to do that workout, right? So I would never tell Agent that he's wrong, right? I would never tell Agent that he's wrong for doing that, right? Because he needs to do that. He needs to have a strength training aspect for his legs because he's choosing to play basketball and he's choosing to play soccer. Now, if Agent came to me and said, hey Jay, listen, I don't think I want to do soccer anymore. I also don't think I want to do basketball anymore. At least competitively, I'm not really feeling the game. I think I'm moving on and I just want to keep myself in shape and I want to not just have a proportional body, right? If that's what Agent was saying to me, I would tell him, okay, well, if you want the best quality of life and you don't want to necessarily be doing squats and RDLs and other types of, large muscle group taxing exercises, then you could take a stance like I do, which is there's no need for me to tire myself if legs aren't an important aspect to my life in terms of athleticism and strength, brute strength. So I would cut out the leg workouts, at least the lifting, right? And then I would start doing cardio that I enjoy that works my legs. And that doing it consistently, doing something that I enjoy, will win 100 times out of 100 over the I'm gonna lift and do RDLs and squats because I have to, right? Because when you say that, when you do that, what happens is that you get off of it. You stop doing it after a while because it becomes unenjoyable. How long can you really do something you don't enjoy? You know, that's different for every person, but like, even if you could do it for a long time, why would you want to? Why would you want to do a bunch of exercises you don't enjoy? Doesn't make any sense. Does it? I mean, does that make sense to anyone out there? That you would do workouts and exercises that you don't enjoy? Why? Why do that? You know what? Because some big bodybuilder guy told you to? He said that's the only way? He said that's how you get ripped legs and all the rest? Your / big bro, boredguyj, is telling you don't need all that shit to get nice looking legs. And women don't necessarily care about your legs all that much. And you can get the parts of the legs that you want, which is you want a nice ass. Okay? That's what women will notice about you. Is if you have a nice butt. Well, where do you think you get a nice butt from? Cardio, incline walking. Just saying. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I have the nicest ass ever, but I mean, I have a nice ass, dude, for real. Like, women like my body. And it is directly correlated to the fucking walking, the incline walk, because it's essentially doing a ton of lunges, you know? Only I get the benefit of the cardio as well. Which, in so facto, makes my entire body lean. You see? There is a specific meta to all of this. There is a way to, you know, work out and have a body that you enjoy without having to make it unenjoyable. And I really do recommend that everyone try to at least find something that you really fucking like and not do a bunch of shit that, you know, people tell you that you should do just because, you know, that's the right thing, so to speak, or because some steroid using guy told you that that's how he got his enormous legs, was by doing, you know, this workout plan that's coded for fucking steroid users, you know? So, yeah, I mean, that's my 2 cents on that. Chest workout today, pretty good. It's gonna be a good workout. Going at, you know, it's 12:35 right now. Is it 16? It is 17. So I'm gonna get my Explorer 2 watch going here. For all of you that don't know what that is, it is a Rolex. It's called the Explorer 2. It is the polar dial, meaning it is the white dial, okay? And it is what, 12:36. Okay. Okay, boom. What up, Mojo? How are you, girl? I'm getting ready for the gym. Oop. back here, 35. There we go, and then boom. I'm good. How's it going? It's going good. I'm getting my got my Rolex Polar Explorer 2 set. This watch is pretty neat. It is Rolex's last tool watch. So it's got 3 time zones. You can track 3 time zones from it. Or I'm sorry, 2 time zones. And it's got the date, obviously, on it. And it's the last Rolex steel sports watch that's completely steel, aside from like the crystal. And the reason that's special is because it was actually made for like cavers and mountain climbers. So the sentiment behind the watch is to like bang it up. So it's my gym watch. I take it to the gym and I don't care if it gets scratches or it gets, fucking messed up or something, because that's like the heritage of the Explorer 2 is to make it, it's supposed to have fucked up scratches. It's part of the story, like that's part of the idea of the watch, is that you take it on adventures and going into it that it's going to get scratched, it's going to get dinged. It's not meant to be a piece that you wear to dinner, it's not, you would look funny coming into a gala or something with that on, unless you're dressed like me, in like complete athletic gear, and it's like a statement, like, oh, I'm not dressing up, so I'm wearing the Explorer 2. But like if you were to wear like a suit and you're at like a business meeting and I catch you wearing an Explorer 2, whether it's the polar dial or it's the black dial, I'm gonna look at you kind of funny. And it shouldn't be that way, but I mean, I've got a collection of watches for a reason. And that's what I mean. They all have different functions. They all have a different place in life for me, in my collection. I don't think that... okay. How do I explain this? I like being in the quote-unquote in the know, right? I enjoy the idea of having an understanding of what I'm wearing and what I'm using, tools that I have. I like knowing that I'm using the right shit. And, like when you get into something and you're sort of like you're like either mastery level or, you're very, very experienced with whatever it is, and you see someone who's not as experienced with it, whatever that subject may be or thing may be, and the next thing you know, you're kind of looking at them and you're like, wait, why are you doing this? Why are you wearing that? That's very, naive, or that's very, rookie-coded. I don't ever want to be caught, especially with nice timepieces, like a nice watch. Like, I wouldn't want to, like, walk into a dinner wearing the Explorer 2 thinking that I'm fucking cool, and then, realizing, oh, wait, this watch in the circle of, watch collectors is actually kind of weird that I'm wearing this watch right now. So that's why, when it comes to my sports watches, I only wear them when it's time to get sporty, and that's why I feel reluctant to wear certain watches to the gym. I mean, imagine, like, think about it. Like, think about how kind of stupid it would look if I walked into the gym, right? And I'm wearing a fucking, like, diamond encrusted watch. Like, diamonds all over it. It's easy out here. Like, okay, let's take a peek. Like, do you actually look like you go to the gym at that point? Probably not. Flex, Sure, you know, I enjoy quote unquote flexing to some extent, but it's more about what it means to me and what it evokes out of me. You know, like when I'm going to work, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but sorry about that. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like when I go to work, right? You guys have never seen me wear the Explorer 2 to work. Why? Because it's not meant for work. If I have like a meeting where I have to deal with some bullshit, you guys are going to notice that I wear my Daytona. You know, because that watch makes me feel chosen, and it makes me feel like dark. You know, it's like a dark energy. If I have to do some work and make some, you know, be at meetings, you'll notice that I'm wearing the Day, the presidential, platinum one. If I'm out on the town and I'm just walking around, it's sort of like a city day, I'll wear that lavender one. You know, if I'm wanting to flex and actually show off the fact that I'm him, I'll wear the Sky Dweller. You know, that gold one that I've got. They all have a different function. I think that's pretty cool. That's why I like my watches. You know, they're special to me, man. They really are. And it may sound weird, it may sound materialistic, but frankly, I just don't care. I don't care. I think that they are. They make me feel. What's the word? They make me feel the gravity, and they make me feel as if I deserve to be doing whatever it is that I'm doing. For instance, like with the Explorer 2, right? This watch makes me feel that I have earned my physique. I put this on, and it is a representation of the level it took, or I guess the time it took to achieve my physique. It is a reminder of the dedication that I had to give in order to be allocated this watch. And the reason why it was important that I had the physique in order to get this watch, and why this is a representation of it, why it keeps me motivated, is because if you think about it, right? Like, why would Rolex, and that's ultimately who approves you getting these watches, because these are all from the AD, okay? These are not watches that I'm picking up on the secondary market, right? There is a legit Rolex authorized dealer that is being approved by Switzerland to sell these watches to me new. And there is a big, you know, it's kind of tough to get. You can ask people who are in the know on watches. You can look it up online, look at YouTube. It's very difficult to get new Rolexes at MSRP allocated to you, just willy-nilly. And some of the pieces that I have are absolutely nuts, guys. I'm telling you, they're very, very insane. The reason why is because they want the people who are buying them from the ADs to not sell them and flip them, which I have no intentions of doing, right? But think about it. If you're a Rolex authorized dealer, okay, and you're looking at like 8, 10, 100,000 different people who want the same watch, but you only have a certain amount of them. Maybe you only have one. Who are you really going to sell the Explorer to? The Explorer 2 too. You know, who are you really going to sell this watch to? Are you going to sell it to somebody who doesn't use it? Are you going to sell it to someone who doesn't wear it in its function? Or as the authorized dealer, would you rather have someone who can pay for it, who's spent with you, who has done business with you in the past, and has an active lifestyle that you could actually use that watch for? Who would you rather sell it to? Well, of course, you're going to sell it to me, because I could actually use the Explorer 2. I'm an active man. I do active things, you know, And if I'm out doing I'm in a more active day than normal, or a more active time than normal, wouldn't you want me to be slapping the Rolex Explorer 2 on my wrist to show off the branding and show off that this elite physique, this elite person in terms of athleticism is wearing this elite watch? Doesn't that kind of mean more to not just me, but to the brand, that's who gets to wear that watch? Doesn't it incentivize other people to shoot for that type of, lifestyle, if that's what they want? You see how they're very particular in their branding, and you have to be a particular person to get particular watches. So it is a special watch, and I do wear it a lot. I wear it when I'm being extremely active. I've gone out into the woods before, like camping and shit, and I wear this in the woods and camping, or if I have to do any type of like real, nasty housework. So like today I'm gonna come home after the gym and clean up my house a little bit. I've got like a shit ton of fruit flies in my house again, which is just so gross to me. So I need to like go through and clean my stuff and, do all that. So I will, after I'm done with the gym. And so I'll be wearing this watch because I don't want to dirty up the other ones. So, yeah. Anyways, some might think it's stupid, but, I like it, and that's all that matters. So, yeah. Anyways, we have Mojo 423. She came by to say hello. We had fucking Agent come by. Agent is based. Agent actually was down for the boy because of my music, which is really cool, actually. So today, after I'm done cleaning, instead of going straight to Beckett's Maxxing, I may take some time and make some lyric videos to this music and put it out on YouTube, because I'm getting really good responses to this. So Mojo, if you're there, have you heard my MusicMaxx songs yet? And by the way, I am on my way to the gym, so we'll have to let y'all go as soon as I get there. But I am curious if Mojo's there. Have you heard my MusicMaxx songs? Did I show this to you yesterday? If I have, great. If not, I can show you if you want to hear them. Yeah, that song is incredible. I really like that song. I like this song a lot too. The Walkthrough remix.
I be feeling like the man, so watch me walk through. I be peeling all these bands, so watch me walk through. Birdies say that I'm the man, they watch me walk through. Cali Beach, I'm in the sand, the boy gon' walk through. Yo, birdie on my line, she wanna get some top two. Said I'm number one, she said that I ain't top two. Be my Benz, Bentley block is probably gonna pop too. Lil' bro, he kept it P, so I bought walking in my shoes, lace state black boots. Haters talking mad, it's obvious my bags grew. Hitting tree in the beam, I'm driving past you. Keep it P on the stream, this birdie mad cute. She wanna be on the screen, probably bad news. Pretty face, big titties, got an ass too. Gotta tell me all the deets about the last dude. Why you laughing? Did him dirty, baby, did him so bad, boo. Promise that I wear a different Rolex every day. Promise people stop and stare. Notice me, I'm getting paid. Pay like I'm a president or I'm in the NBA. Dogs are always down for action. Fuck a hater, they ain't based. Speaking on these haters, they be mad because they losing. Teams pay like on the Lakers. Got our bags, it's true, we suited. If you wanna act tough, bro, they said you gotta prove it. Team is taking shots for loose. Should be looking like we hooping. I be feeling like the man when I walk through. Ain't stunting what you say when I walk through. I got all these hoes staring when I walk through. I done made a few bands. I be feeling like the man, so watch me walk through. I be peeling all these bands, so watch me walk through. Birdies say that I'm the man, they watch me walk through. Cali Beach, I'm in the sand, the boy gon' walk through. Yo, birdie on my line, she wanna get some top two. Said I'm number one, she said that I ain't top two. Being a Benz, Billy Black is probably gonna pop to the bro, he kept it peak. So I'm
Pulling into the gym. I'm gonna end the stream, and I will be back after my stream, or after my workout, and we'll clean the house together. How about that? All right, bye.